Hey, welcome back. All right, so we're back for another break session of this cipher of untilit.works. All right, how's everyone doing? Hopefully, you are making some progress on whatever it is that you're working on. I'm actually almost done with the post radio show promo stuff. Got kind of stuck because Instagram did something different, and so I was kind of like relying on like the thumbnails that it would generate that would be saved to my device. They're no longer there, so they're doing something different, and I have no clue. So I'm working around that now. So I'm making it happen. All right, so I hope you are having a smoother time and doing what you're doing. But I'm almost done, so I just gotta all the social media stuff is pretty much done. Now I just have to put together the email blast for the people who signed up for the email to be notified about new shows on the email, and also radio promoters, people that send us music to play on the radio show. So, yeah, almost done. Then I'll actually be able to get back started on this side project, which kind of took a turn for the worse during the week. I think I may have broke something. So we'll see. I think I know a way around it, but it depends on if the technology will allow me to do it. But we'll see. All right. So one of the joys of programming, right? Okay. So let us talk about this cool thing. Speaking of programming, something cool that I came across. Let me share my screen. Okay. So now, let me see something here. Hold on. So I saw this tweet and it was I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. And so it's this thing. Let me give me a second here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Why did you do that? Give me a second. And how do I just go to it? All right. So what I'm looking for. Hold on. What is this doing? Will this do it? Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what is happening. Why won't it let me? Okay. Well, it's tangential to what the thing I want to actually talk about. So let me share my screen. Yes, this one here. Don't need any audio. Cool. So I came across this tweet. When was it? Like a couple of days ago, the 20th of October, and it's from Visual Studio Code. Uh, it's a like open source IDE, like code editor, and so this is from their Twitter handle. Oh, and Microsoft bought them, or no, Microsoft created, I think. I don't know the history of it, but it's like, yo, want to see something cool? Go to vscode.dev and start coding with Visual Studio Code entirely in your browser, anywhere, anytime, on any device, and tablet with no install required. And you can read the announcement here on this blog post here. So, you know what? Since I mentioned this link, I am going to add it to the um, list of links that'll be next to the video, the archive video. All right, and then also let me get this open this. Okay, so here's the blog post, and just kind of saying that the .dev, like .dev is a cool top level domain, like like .com or what have you. And I got a couple of them, but for my website I have lifelong.dev. It's pretty cool. So they picked up vscode.dev quickly and parked it, and it pointed to their code visualstudio.com site. And so like a lot of people who buy a .dev domain, we had no idea what we were going to do with it. I kind of knew what I wanted to do with it because I had lifelong dev, and that was kind of like me. And it certainly anticipate it would end up being the fulfillment of a mission of over a decade in the making. So they've been, I guess, trying to make this happen for over a decade. And let me copy this link. Let me also paste this into so I can add it to the list of links. All right, so now so you can read more about that. Did I post the link to this? Oh, let me post a link to the blog post as well. All righty. All right, so now let's take a look at the site. So now when you go to vscode.dev, it loads up VS Code in the browser without any sort of anything that you need to install or anything. So that's pretty cool. And so now, so it's full VS Code for the most part. Uh, and so you have all things you can do. You can add extensions if you want. You can do what's cool is you can do live sharing as well. So you can code, like you can share your code and you could pair a program with someone else on the that's not like doesn't have to be next to you, just through the internet. It's kind of amazing. All right. So yeah, so you can create a new file, you can open file, open folder, and even from like GitHub or what have you, or I think even like Git. All right. Sure. Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, you can pull from GitHub. I guess you can't do like GitLab or anything. All right. So what's cool is through the browser now we have the file access system API, something like that, and so you're able to just open up from your actual computer and open files in there. I don't have any coding files on this computer, but it's cool that if I did need anything, I could like pull down a GitHub repo, code whatever I need to do, and then deploy it. I guess if you need. Now, the only thing is that can't do like terminal. Let me see if I can do it here. Yeah, see, terminals are not available in the web editor. To use a terminal, you will need to continue in an environment that can run code like CodeSpace or local VS Code. Now, okay, so I was looking, does it give me a link to CodeSpace? Okay, so now CodeSpace is a thing that they had before. Now, so this is all running in your browser. And I think CodeSpace, let me see if I can find a link. GitHub CodeSpaces. Let me see. All right, so here we go. So blazing fast cloud developer environment. So I think the difference between VS Code.dev and like something like CodeSpaces is that CodeSpaces is an actual like virtual machine that's in the cloud that you're kind of like using, and so it has an environment where you can actually run like node and terminal things in there. So I guess the browser is basically just code editing. You can't really run much in there. So yeah, I haven't played around with it too much because it just came out and I got stuff to do. So and I think we spoke about this code spaces before. So it's cool to see like here's a desktop, here's a browser. The only difference is pretty much just the actual browser, like the URL bar. All right, and then so yeah, so you can get like 64 gigabytes, all this stuff here, and then and again terminal. So yeah, so the full power of Visual Studio Code, faster than your laptop because it has 32 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory. I don't know, my laptop is pretty nice. I'm not gonna front. It's pretty nice. Let me see, and then yeah, so standardized dev environment. So basically, I guess through like the URL, you can always have start up your same like environment. You don't have to worry about what's locally on the computer, which is cool. You don't have to worry about your computer having packages or anything that you may need. And yeah, so I guess so let me and then so I guess the difference also is that you pay for GitHub code spaces because again, you're like renting a virtual machine. And so like the most expensive and the fastest one is $2.88 per hour. By the way, let me copy this link so you can check it out on the archive video. So yeah, so you're looking at anywhere from like 18 cents per hour to like $2.88. And then I guess when your code space is storage, so if you store stuff on code space, I guess files and things, it's 7 cents US per gigabyte per month. And it's charged when it's inactive, it looks like. And yeah, bunch of stuff here. Is it yeah, I guess you can just enable it and then you get charged. Cool. Can I run a code space locally? Okay. I guess that's basically like VS Code. I don't know, neither here nor there. So that's what we've got as far as VS Code. Now, what I'm interested in, I wonder how it kind of stacks up, no pun intended, to like Stack Blitz and like Code Spaces and all these other online editors. Even like Glitch, maybe. But what was I looking for? Stack Blitz. So Stack Blitz is another cool site I've been interested in. And what's cool is like you can run node projects in the browser. Like it just happens in the browser. So there, from what I understand, like the stuff that you do at Stack Blitz, there are no virtual servers that you're running and renting or what have you. And all this is just like in the browser. So I was kind of interesting. And I think you can also pull in from like GitHub and stuff. So I'm just saying that the web is getting more and more powerful and it's pretty amazing. Like last week, we spoke about Stack Blitz and how you're able to just start up projects. Like what was it? It was oh, I don't remember. It was like something, and it was like slash like svelte, and you're able to just kind of create one just from the browser. But you can also just go here and click it. But yeah, so like you could do next. So wait, I wonder. Let me look at this. And I saw something where it was like NodeMon. So you can run stuff. It's like in the terminal. You have a terminal here. And so let me see. So node up dash v. See, it's running node. So you can run stuff in the terminal. Whereas with the VS Code .dev, you're not able to do that. Interesting. Like all this is in the browser, running in the browser, which is kind of amazing. So yeah, no, that's cool. So if I do node index.js, which is the file there. Interesting. That didn't show up. Huh. But it does have node. I don't know. I have to go more into this, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about, VS Code.dev. So if you ever need to do some coding in the browser, you have a lot more options now. So it's kind of amazing. We live in amazing times to where I code from a Chromebook, and my Chromebook, I'm able to run like Linux. And so I'm able to install editors on it and run it because it's like an environment, just as if I was going into the cloud and getting a server there. I can just run everything there. But now, like some people's like I guess even if you're like on an iPad with this, you'll be able to code in the iPad browser, which is cool. I think I saw like a video on that. And so like even like Chromebooks that you can't run Linux on, you could be able to code. So I think this opens up coding to so many more people to be able to not have to worry about setting things up. So now, like if you're following a tutorial, you can kind of open up a browser and do it. And what's cool is that even like lessons, you can like, hey, everybody wants to start off at the same place. Click this link and you'll open up and you'll be at the same place. So same thing I do for like Glitch. Whenever I do like presentations and there's like live coding and I want people to kind of get started up quickly without having to worry about what's on their computer, like I'll have a Glitch link and they can go and open up and everybody's on like the same level playing field. You know what I mean? And so I think that's kind of dope and amazing. And I'm looking forward to more of this kind of stuff in the future. So let me stop sharing my screen. So what do y'all think? I think this is kind of awesome and kind of amazing. The future is in the browser. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of cool stuff is happening. And yeah, that just wanted to talk about that. If you weren't aware, you can now put VS Code in the browser. Pretty cool. And I guess if you need to step up some more and you like VS Code, you can go and use GitHub code spaces if you want to like more. But then if you're not really picky, then you can try things like Glitch or Stack Blitz or even code spaces, code sandbox. And yeah, there's a lot of them. It's pretty cool. And so yeah, what do y'all think? Would you code in the browser? Like what uses would you have? So yeah, for me, I think it's going to be pretty cool for people learning and just kind of starting out, getting it. I always like people being able to get into coding easier without so many roadblocks. I'm saying? A lot of it, like setting up your local environment, could turn away a lot of people. But if we can do a lot of this in the cloud, like in the browser, I think that's amazing. And yeah, so I think that's it. All right, cool. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all back to work. Yeah, feel free to reach out. Let me know what you think. Again, links of all the stuff that we showed will be in the archive video section. And yeah, it'll be next to the video in the video archives section. Yes, that's what I meant to say. All right, cool. We'll send you all back to work. Again, thank you all for hanging out. We'll be back 15 minutes after the hour. And like I said, wish you much productivity. I'm hoping to finish up the radio show promo stuff and unbrick this project I've been working on. All right. So again, thank you all for hanging out. Get you all some traveling music. And yeah, again, thank you all. This is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butta. The track is called Thank You. All right. See y'all later. Be easy. Almost forgot to click create a highlight video. All right. Here we go. Thanks, y'all. See you later.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong.